We'd like to welcome those of you just tuning in on the show. You're joining us at a great time. Luis Torrens may be looking to go deep here as he and his team trail by 1 here in the 9th. Now the first pitch. And winning runs are on here with nobody out. Breaking ball in the dirt that time for a ball. The D-backs leading by the slimmest of margins late in this one and trying to hang on and earn the series sweep.
One of the keys if you want to sweep a team is you're going to have to get some big outs in that 7th, 8th, and 9th inning. They're leading by a run as we're going towards the end of this game. Now it's time for the pitching staff to put this one under wraps.
Here comes the 1-2. Bouncer to the left side. One there. On to first, and they get the double play. So base is empty now after the double play, and that'll bring in the second baseman, Dylan Moore. To hold the lead, here's the delivery. It certainly would be a big morale boost to a team if they're able to complete a sweep like this one on the road in hostile territory.
No doubt about it. You talk about bragging rights. Two cities that love their baseball teams, and geographically they match up.
Throw in time for the final out, and the Diamondbacks go on the road and sweep their rivals. A one-run finish today, 5-4, the final score.
So we end up losing the series. Logan Gilbert goes a 3 1/3 innings, gives up 2 hits, ends up taking part of the loss. So we end up losing this series 3-0. We're gonna go through the Boston series. Got a 1-run lead in the bottom of the top of the 9th. Kendall Graveman is at the plate, or at the mound. And it's time to lock down.
Good evening to those of you just joining us on the show. You've chosen to tune in at a great time. The Seattle Mariners are looking to wrap this thing up, but with a 1-run lead and the middle of the order due up, this thing is by no means over. He's ready. Here's the first pitch. Xander Bogaerts is in to start things off as he looks at a ball to start the inning, 1-0.
You know, because this is just a 1-run game, this doesn't strike me as a situation where he's going to be working around a guy. I think he's going to challenge him right here.
So he waited till the 9th inning, but he comes through here to extend the hit streak. That was close.
Yeah, Matty B, you see that wry smile of him coming out of the box right there. He knew what was on the line. He'd be lying if he didn't.
There's a lot of pressure on you because you're walking into that batter's box thinking, I have a nice streak going, and this is more than likely going to be my last AB. He comes through in the clutch.
Bogaerts on at first, nobody out. 1-1 pitch and a good sinker there, but he can't find the zone. 2-1.
Well, these guys haven't had too many opportunities yet to test the running game in this one, so they could decide to put a man in motion right here.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Tap down the line. That winds up foul. Nobody out, runner on first. Fouled off. And it's fouled away. Another foul ball, and this battle will continue. And you'll get to see another one. It'll be the 10th pitch of this at-bat. fouls this one off. One-run game here in the top of the ninth. And he finally puts him away here as he strikes him out after an 11-pitch at-bat.
Really important time for a strikeout there, guys. Tying run at first, so objective number one is straining him on base. And now with one out, it becomes a lot more difficult to manufacture that run.
Standing in now, Colin Moran. As he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball one. He'll be looking for something he could drive into the gap and drive home that tying run from first. That evens it up 1-1. From the belt, kicks and deals. Well thrown sinker that time, down, but in the strike zone.
Hey, this offense has this closer in trouble right here. They have to find a way to keep applying pressure. I don't know, everybody pop step in the dugout. Get on this guy and make him nervous.
So he couldn't get the bat off the shoulders that time. Colin Moran retired, and now they're down to their final out in this one. Red Sox down to their final out now. And from the on-deck circle into the batter's box comes Christian Vasquez. As he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike one. And this is swung on and missed, so now they find themselves down to their final strike tonight. So back-to-back sliders for strikes. Does he come back with yet another?
Hey, that's back-to-back.
Throw in time, and the ball game is over.
Well, there's no doubt they've looked pretty inept the last 5 games. But they got the monkey off their back here with the win, and are hoping to build on that now.
And it's a 4-3 finish in this evening's ball game. The Mariners rode an important 6th inning to victory in this one. Bryce Wilson earns his 6th winning decision in this one as he racked up 10 strikeouts in the effort. Kendall Graveman earns the save out of the bullpen, his 32nd of the season. So that will wrap things up. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our whole crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB.
So we took off 3 games from Boston. We're fixing to head to Kansas City. Do a 3-game set with Kansas City. And that's the bottom of the 9th inning. Merrifield is up with Nicky Lopez at first. Kendall Graveman's on the mound. We gotta go ahead and just send this. And we ended up winning it in extras. Let's see. Yeah, we ended up winning it in the top of the 10th. We ended up winning the other game 5-3. So we took 2 or 3 from Kansas City. Oh, we got a 1-run lead against Oakland. It's the bottom of the 9th. Look, they have 2 men on, and they have 1 out. So we're gonna jump in here and we're gonna see if we can get Kendall Graveman another save.
Good evening to those of you just joining us on the show. You've chosen to tune in at a great time. The Seattle Mariners are looking to wrap this thing up, but with a 1-run lead and the middle of the order due up, this thing is by no means over. Chad Pinder stands in as he checks his swing here for strike 1. Barely able to make contact. Down 0-2 now.
He's got that certainly timed up now. I'd be shocked if the pitcher goes to the well 3 times in a row with off speed.
And here's a swing and a miss. And that, folks,
got him with the slider.
Out number 2.
Yeah, as they say, there's a hole in his swing in that location, so a good job there of exploiting that. That can be real hard for some guys to overcome when teams start figuring out what locations you just can't handle.
And that'll bring in Matt Chapman. As the first pitch to him is
Chapman looks at the slider for strike one.
Battles with Kendall Graveman. He's 1 for 4. 2 big outs here, but the tying and winning runs are both out there. A ball and a strike to count to Matt Chapman.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
High and deep down the left field
that one's
line.
fouled away. Thankfully. That could have been a lot worse.
Last strike now for Oakland.
Just
Just a bit
And
below
this
fastball, but it's
ball
2-2.
two.
Great take right there, but the last thing you want to do is be called out on strikes to end the game.
Fastball.
Ooh,
and ran
damn it, I hit
into
him.
Wilden.
As a manager, you never really want to put a man on by a hit by pitch, but you absolutely hate to have it happen when it loads the bases. Now the pitcher is looking a little shaky.
Okay,
and the threat of a big
so
inning is very real.
That'll
Matt
bring up
Olson is
hitter
coming
Matt
up.
Olson. His day at the plate hasn't amounted to much, 0 for 4, but this is a great opportunity.
We're in
to
trouble.
Make amends.
Well, when your team really needs you like they need it right here, you have to be able to put your personal struggles
That
out of your
one's
mind.
down for a
Right
ball.
now is all that matters. Ooh, he's really in trouble, and it's just getting worse and worse and worse.
Fouled
He's gonna
off,
use the right
1-1.
strike zone in the worst way.
Fouled
again,
off, 1 and
now he's in
2.
a 1-2 hole.
1-2 hole. 1-2 count, 2 outs.
1-2 strikes.
That one misses for the ball.
The breaking stuff when it's coming in towards you instead of when it breaks away. A good take there.
2-2 count. And that one's
Hanging with
fouled
another
off the
good
catcher.
swing to keep it going. Pulled toward
That one's
right
hit in
center
this
field.
right center.
Lewis waits on it.
Kyle Lewis is going to wait on this, and
Catch,
that's gonna be the
that's
final
ball
out.
game.
Well, that's what you call flirting with disaster right there. Tying run on third, winning run on second, but that's where they stay. Hangs on to get the save, and that's all that matters.
This evening's game comes to an end, 5-4, the final tally. Seattle took the lead in the second inning and rode that until the very end. Justin Dunn gets to double digits with his 10th win of the year. James Caprillion couldn't work out of the third inning, taking the loss. Kendall Graveman closes the door for the save, his 34th. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt.
Oh, Kyle Lewis gets named player of the game, 3 for 5. Justin Dunn gets a win. Graveman gets save number 34. And we keep moving on. Okay, so our AAA team has finished the season, but we did not make the postseason. Our AA team finished the second half 29 and 31, but they won the division in the first half and they made it to the postseason. They will be taking on the Drillers in the first round of the postseason. Okay. Let's see, when does that start? Oh, it starts on the 23rd. Okay. So we've got Oakland's closers trying to close us out in the top of the ninth. We got Kyle Lewis up at the plate. We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna see what happens. End up winning this one 5-3. Let's see what happened. End up winning this one 5-3. We'll put up 3 runs in the 9th inning. Damn. The closer, Petty, ends up taking the loss. He gives up all 3 runs. 2 of them end up being earned. And then another guy comes in and ends up closing out the rest. So, yeah. Graveman gets win number 30, save number 35. Gilbert gets his first win of the year, while Tyler Mahle gets a no decision, but you know, he goes 6 innings. He gave up all 3 runs, but you know, you can't help that you know, you can't help when your team doesn't, you know, when you know you can't get a win unless your team scores 3 in the top of the ninth. So you know, you live with what you got. And the last game here, we got a 1-run lead to protect. Interesting that they would have. Oh, I see. It's because of the 10th inning. We're gonna see what happens. I shouldn't have had faith. The A's end up coming back and winning it 6-4. So yeah. So we split the series with the Oakland 2-2. We've got a 3-game series with the Angels, and we lost 2 of 3 to them. We've got a 3-game series against Oakland. Our AA affiliate got eliminated from the playoffs by the Drillers. And we are in the last game of the month. We are down by a run. Mitch Haniger is at the plate. We have scored a run already in the bottom of the 9th. We do have 1 out, so Donnie Walton. Oh, okay, so he'll be out for a few days. Alright, so we end up losing that one 3-2. Okay, so our AA affiliate won two games against Tulsa. So we end up losing the series 3-2. Not bad. All the games we lost were either by shutout or just getting hammered. Alright, so we've got 3 games at the end of the month for the month of October. At this point, best we can hope for is a 74-88 record. Worst we can hope for is 71-91. So once again, we have the 3-game series. We have the 3-game series with the Angels, and let's just see what happens. Alright, so Donnie Walton's coming back. We won game 2. And okay, we got a 1-run lead. And Mike Trout is at the plate against Kendall Graveman. Since this is the final game with a Gator, let's see if we can shut it out.
At a great time. The Seattle Mariners are looking to wrap this thing up, but with a 1-run lead and the middle of the order due up, this thing is by no means over. Outfield in the no doubles defense. Now the first pitch. Mike Trout is in to start things off as he looks at the ball to start the inning 1-0.
You know, because this is just a 1-run game, this doesn't strike me as a situation where he's going to be working around a guy. I think he's going to challenge him.
Okay, that one missed, ball 2.
All over the place to start the ninth. It's 3-0 now.
Great situation right here. Leading off the inning, you got to find a way to get on base any way possible. But I don't like to take the aggression away from hitters. If it's in your zone, I want you swinging.
Yeah, he fouled that one off. 3-1. 3-1 count.
3-1 pitch.
That one's fouled off. 3-2. So we get him to 3-2. Can we get him out? That is the question. We got him.
good pitch there.
He swung and missed at the changeup.
When your closer comes
And we
strikes
get
out
the first
guy
out.
he faces, everyone on the team can kind of take a deep breath. Still have 2 more outs to get.
Jared Walsh is up.
That
He's
leadoff
1 for
guy
4.
is always huge when you're trying to shut a game down.
And now pitch on the way. Jared Walsh is in with 1 away now as he swings and misses here at strike 1.
Nope.
And he takes
That
this
one missed,
high,
1-1.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. 2 balls and a strike to the Angels
Where
first
the hell
baseman.
did that one go?
He's fallen behind now,
Okay,
3-1.
3-1.
When you're playing close games like this, base runners mean everything, so he can ill afford to start giving away free passes.
Well,
And
styled
that's
off,
in the
it's
corner, a foul
3-2.
ball and right.
After fouling off the second one, I got to step out of the box, adjust my batting gloves, and tell myself there's no chance he's tripling up on that.
Got him.
And he strikes him out as well. So 2 punch-outs to begin the
Oh, we
outing out
got
of the pen.
2
Well, you have to
strikeouts.
feel pretty confident about the way this
Last man coming to the plate.
2 hitters, 2 strikeouts from the closer. There's not a whole lot more he can do to instill confidence that he's going to wrap this thing up without any problem.
And the last man up is Justin Upton. He is 2 for 4 on the day.
Justin Upton the next to hit. As he takes a
Runs
strike
over,
at the knees,
strike
it's 0-1.
1.
It's been a 2 for 4 effort for him so far in the ballgame. And it's
1
1-1.
ball, 1 strike.
That one fell off. 1-1. 1-1 count.
And this is swung
And
on
that
a
was
miss.
swung
So with
on a
that, they
miss.
find themselves down to their final
He's
strike
1
the
and 2.
And with about 32,000 in the building, they're on their feet now. Swing,
Yeah, we swung and missed, struck
that'll
3.
do it here as the ball game is over.
Hey, we were really treated to a good one today. Bottom of the 8th proved to be the
So,
difference, though, and a good job here in the 9th.
We end up picking up the win.
A one-run game,
And we
6-5
close
final
out
today.
our season
Seattle
with a
Mariners
victory.
Came through late, taking the lead in the 8th to secure the
We
victory.
took the lead
Logan
in
Gilbert
the
gets
8th.
the win in relief, his second
Got
of the
all
year.
6 of our runs in the last
Wraps it up for the
3
save.
innings
It's
that
the
we
39th of the campaign.
got to hit,
So that'll
6,
do
7,
it
and
for
8.
us. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian.
So,
You've been watching MLB
Mitch
The Show.
Haniger
For
was
more,
player of the
make your way
game.
over to the new website,
He
theshow.com.
was 3 of 4. Logan Gilbert ended up picking up the victory. He went 3 2/3, gave up 1 hit, 1 walk, struck out 3. Kendall Graveman gets 39, is save number 39. Dylan Peters takes the loss. He went an inning and a third. Let's see who started for. Sandoval started for the Angels. He went 5 1/3. Sledgers tried to save the game, I suppose. They ended up calling that. Well, say, oh, well, okay, yeah, you give up 3 runs. That happens. Peters ends up taking the loss. Castillo comes in, picks up the final 2/3 of an inning, and gets out. Mariners, Molly went 4 1/3, gave up 5 hits, 5 walks, 5 Ks off of 8 hits. Gilbert comes in, pitches 3 2/3, gives up 1 hit, walks 1, strikes out 3, and then Graveman strikes out 3, ending in the work, getting his 39th save. So with that, our season is officially done. We finished the year 73 and 89. Unfortunately, it was not good enough to make the playoffs, as we know. The regular season will be coming to an end. And you know what? Before we step into that, we're going to go ahead and we're going to cover the we're going to go ahead and cover the regular season awards, plus, you know, we'll cover the regular season awards because we'll talk about the playoffs. We'll talk about the playoffs in another video because I'll just do the entire playoff season in that video. So, alright, so here we go. MVP for the American League was Justin Verlander. He was 22-5. He beat out teammate Yonder Alvarez and Giancarlo Stanton. I can honestly say going 22-5, not a bad idea for an MVP. Cy Young, Justin Verlander. He beat out Garrett Cole and Lance Lynn. Again, looking at it, not a surprise. Verlander wins his second in 3 years. Batting title went to DJ LeMahieu. Back-to-back titles for him. He went 323. He beat out Vladimir Guerrero Jr. and Xander Bogaerts. Guerrero Jr. was just about 0.5% behind him, so that was a pretty close race. Reliever of the year was Aroldis Chapman. He beat out Liam Hendriks, who won it last year. Basically, him and Hendricks have been trading it back and forth the past 3 years. Rookie of the year went to Wander Franco. He won it this year over Jared Kelenic and Detroit's Aki Ababdu. So we had a shot at having back-to-back Rookie of the Years. I'm assuming because he hit more home runs and he drove in more RBIs. We didn't win, but we'll take what we get. Hank Aaron Award, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. gets that. So, yeah, I'm just looking at his stats. I'm not surprised. Gold Glove for pitchers, Andrew Heaney. Christian Vasquez won it for the catchers, breaking Roberto Perez's 2-year streak as Gold Glove catcher. Jose Abreu won the Gold Glove for first base. Adam Frazier won it for second. Joey Wendell won it for third. Paul DeYoung won it for shortstop. Ryan Mountcastle won it for the left field. Center field, Victor Reyes. And then in right field, Joey Gallo. He wins his second in a row and his first with his new team, the Cleveland Indians. Silver Slugger went to Yordan Alvarez. Wilson Ramos won it for the catchers. Luke Voit won it for the first baseman. DJ LeMahieu for the second. Alex Bregman for third. Gleyber Torres for shortstops. And Familia Reyes, Justin Upton, and Mike Yastrzemski won it for the outfielders. We're going over to the National League. J.D. Martinez won the MVP. He beat out Trevor Bauer and Bryce Harper. Cy Young went to Trevor Bauer. He was finished 20-6 on the year. He won his second Cy Young award, his first as a Dodger, as he won it last year with the Reds. Batting title went to Justin Turner. He beat out Juan Soto by the skinniest of margins. Turner hit 318, Soto hit 316. Damn, that was close. Mark Melancon won Reliever of the Year. Rookie of the Year for the National League went to the Chicago Cubs' Justin Steele. He had a 12-9 record as a starting pitcher. Interesting. Okay, Hank Aaron Award for the National League went to Bryce Harper. Gold Glove for pitchers went to Luis Castillo. Jorge Alfredo won it for the catchers. Freddie Freeman for first baseman. Ozzie Albies for second. Breaking Colton Wong's 2-year reign is Gold Glove for second base. Nolan Arenado won it for the third baseman. He's now won it 3 years in a row. Javier Baez won it for the shortstops. He won back-to-back Gold Gloves. Tyler O'Neill got the Gold Glove for left field. Lorenzo Cain got it for center. And then Mookie Betts got it for right field. Back-to-back Gold Gloves for Mookie Betts. Silver Slugger for pitchers, Brandon Woodruff. He hit .255. Not bad. Not bad at all. Alright, let's see here. Silver Slugger for catchers, Will Smith. Freddie Freeman for the first baseman. Eugenio Escobar for the second baseman. Third, Justin Turner. He beat out Manny Machado and J.D. Davis. Shortstops went to Corey Seager. J.D. Martinez got one for the outfield. Bryce Harper got the other for the outfield. And Michael Conforto got the third one for the outfield. Again, we have not started the postseason. We will get into that. We will get into that on our next video and break that down. But until then, we will see you guys for the postseason for the 2021 season here on the Colorado Rockies franchise here on MLB The Show.